Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallori in case you've never seen me before, and thank you for clicking on today's video. If you are already a part of this community, thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, y'all are the bomb. Do people even say that anymore? Am I showing my age right now? Remember to always be kind in the comments below. If you leave a hate comment, it will get deleted, so just be nice, you guys, just be nice. So today's video is about a beautiful, beautiful young woman who was weeks away from turning 20 years old, and it's been a little over 8 years since she was found in her apartment, bludgeoned to death. So Faith Hedgepeth was described by all of her friends and family as a beautiful and loving, very giving. She never met a stranger. She was super friendly. I guess that's the same thing. Faith was attending the University of North Carolina, where she was aiming to be the first graduate of her family. She earned a Gates Millennium Scholarship. She lived in an off-campus apartment near the university, near the Chapel Hill area. Now, this was known as one of the most horrific crimes in the college. And it started out as a typical busy day with Faith, pretty busy with her classes, just like any other ordinary day. And she closed the night by going to the library with a friend. After that, they headed off to a nightclub called The Thrill and stayed to pretty much close, as everybody at that college typically goes to The Thrill and they hang out till close. Now, The Thrill was a popular club at the University at North Carolina, and pretty much everybody went there. While they were there, they met up with some guys dancing, and Karina complained of her stomach hurting and said she wanted to go back home. So they left the club around 2:30 in the morning, and they arrived back at the apartments around 3 a.m. So Faith was not feeling too good and said that she wasn't feeling good because she drank a little bit too much, and Karina helped her in the bed. And once Karina helped Faith in the bed, around 4:30 in the morning, Karina left with one of her friends from her apartment and left Faith there alone. When Karina returns around 11 a.m. that next morning, she finds Faith in a bloody mess. It's bad, you guys. It was bad. She's screaming and she calls 911. Faith is screaming and she calls 911, tells 911, there's blood everywhere, please hurry up, my roommate, please hurry. Police arrive then shortly after, and when they find Faith, they find her in a pool of blood and her head halfway off the bed, and she was nude from the waist down, and her black t-shirt was pulled over her head. The detectives then secure the crime scene and call Faith's parents to inform them of the troubled news that they just discovered. Now, Faith's parents are divorced, and as you can imagine, they're just in disbelief, and they rush over to Chapel Hill and start working with them with the crime scene. The Chapel Hill Police Department did tell Faith's parents that they were almost certain that they were going to catch whoever did this to their daughter because of all the evidence that they found in the apartment. But we'll get to that later. So at this point, weeks, months, and even now years have gone by, and the case even hits national news. And still no real reports has been released on really anything that they have found. But the family does believe that whoever did this to Faith is somebody that she knows. Many people have been questioned in this case, and one in particular person that has been questioned is Eric Takoy Jones, an aspiring rapper at the time, and also it is Faith's roommate's boyfriend. So Karina's boyfriend. He told ABC 11, "I'll be honest with you, whoever did this needs to burn. And from what I knew of her, aka Faith, she was the sweetest person in the world. If you needed her and she could do it, she was there." But what police found was Eric and Karina's relationship was a little bit troubling. So weeks before Faith's murder, this is crazy, police learned that a restraining order was issued against Eric by Karina. Allegedly, Karina said that Eric, or Takoy, I think he goes by Takoy, he kicked off 2 doors off the frames, and she also had visible evidence that Takoy was harmful with her. And actually, Faith reached out to help Karina and is actually the one that took Karina to the police department so that she could file the restraining order. Police also found a post on Facebook that Takoy wrote, and it stated, "Dear Lord, please forgive me of all my sins and the sins I may commit today. Protect me from the girls who don't deserve me and the ones who wish me dead today." A day or so after the news was released about Faith found in her apartment, somebody came forward and said that they were an ex-roommate of Karina's boyfriend, and that the hatred that Karina's boyfriend had for Faith was unlike anything other. He said that he absolutely hated her and said that he was going to kill her, aka Faith, if Karina did not get back with him. Now, this is all alleged. I'm not saying he actually said this, but this is just what I have heard. Now, Eric Takoy Jones was super cooperative in this investigation. He gave police everything that they needed. He let them search his apartment, his car. He was very cooperative, and Eric is found clean. There is no evidence that they have found to connect Eric with this crime. So in addition to Eric, police also tested other people's DNA that were at the club, The Thrill, at the same night of Faith's murder. They also collected evidence from some other people. I could not figure out who, but family is still suspicious. Especially Rolanda, which is Faith's sister. She believes that somebody that did get tested is actually the murderer. She believes that just because the DNA test came back negative or not as a match, that doesn't mean that they aren't in connection with the crime or had something to do with it. The police eventually complied with the Freedom of Information request and released a trail of documents about this case. But many of them, the names were completely blacked out, and there's still a lot of information that is just not being said. And obviously that's going to happen. It is an open investigation. They want to try to keep as much as possible under wraps so they do not jeopardize this case. Something in these reports, though, did say that a 911 call was made, and said that they believe when Karina made the 911 call that Karina was actually with somebody else named Marisol. But the 911 operator on the phone, if you listen to, I'll try to find the footage of that 911 call, and if I do, I'll put it in here. But if you listen to that 911 footage, it sounds like Karina's by herself. Like, she doesn't even mention anybody else being there. You don't hear anybody else crying in the background. If there was somebody there that saw Faith in the condition she was, you would think you would hear both people freaking out, not just Karina. And also, a neighbor downstairs of Karina and Faith said that she saw Karina and Marisol shortly after that they discovered their body. She saw them, and she said that Karina was on the phone texting and Marisol was softly crying. Now, this is when the bombshell comes out. In that, all those documents that got released by the police, there was something that completely threw people off. I assume everywhere that I have found, I've seen it say that nobody knew about this note until these documents were released. And in that, it said that there was a note found on her bed that said, "I'm not stupid, jealous." Now, the note has been in the possession of Chapel Hill Police Department for about 3 years. And they're not saying whose handwriting it is or if it was ever analyzed. I've done, like all the cases, now like in all the cases I do a ton of research. So if I miss anything, please put it in the comments down below so that I can read it along with everybody else watching this video can read it. But what I have came across from the YouTube channel Crime Watch Daily, they got up with a forensic handwriting examiner and a private investigator. Peggy Waller has actually given evidence in about 24 court appearances, and she's examined handwriting in thousands of cases. So she is an expert. And she noticed that what the document was written on was a paper bag, and this paper bag was clean. There was no blood on it, nothing. So she believes it was either written before the crime scene happened or it was written outside of the actual crime scene, which makes sense to me. She also said that the handwriting was done with the non-dominant hand as a disguise. Peggy also said that the phrase, "I'm not stupid," that is written on there, believes he was a jealous person and he was called stupid before, and it really pisses this person off. Another thing that was retained by the Chapel Hill Police Department was an audio recording of what they believe to be a pocket dial of Faith's last moments of a voicemail left to a friend. You guys, this is insane. So y'all go to Crime Watch Daily and check out that video. I'll link it down below. So Arlo West is a forensic audio analyst. He's equipped with state-of-the-art software, and he diluted and peeled back all those background noises and tried to transcribe this as much as possible. Now, when I saw this footage, I believe it. I think this is exactly what she was saying, and it gives me chill bumps, you guys. This is so devastating to listen to, so I'm going to give y'all fair warning. I'm not going to play it in this because I don't want to get, I don't know how that works, like putting somebody else's footage in mine and in my video, and I don't want to get in trouble. Oh my gosh, it's chilling, and I'm warning y'all, it's a lot to take in, and it's very, very hard to listen to. But the claims that he hears, like her saying "ow" and "help me," and he claims that he hears not only Faith's voice in there, but another woman's voice and a male's voice in the recording. He also thinks he hears Faith claiming that her hands are on fire and to please let her go, that her hands are on fire. And somebody else says, "Oh my God, her hands are red. Her hands look like they're on fire." And in the autopsy report, it does show that there was contusions on Faith's hands. So in this recording, it also sounds like somebody is rapping. Now, they said in the video Crime Watch Daily that it sounds like it's that song T-Pain Booty Work, and it does sound a lot like that song, actually. But it's like their own words, and they think he's trying to cover up the noise of Faith screaming and asking for help, begging for her life, and he's trying to cover it up with him rapping. He also said that maybe it could be like a recording of them at the nightclub, and he does not think it is at the nightclub because you just hear him rapping. You don't hear like background noise as like people singing and dancing as if you would hear in a club. You know what I mean? Now, the only problem with this audio recording is the timeline of this. Now, the timeline, it says that the voicemail was left at 1:23 in the morning, whereas the police department believed that Faith's murder took place around 4:30 in the morning. Now, that's a few hour time gap, but there was, at that time of Faith's disappearance, there was a malfunction in the software on the iPhones and a glitch with like the voicemail timing situation around that time period. So it could be just a glitch. So about 2,000 people have been questioned about this case, and the DNA of more than 100 people have been tested, and still nothing. So you guys, oh my gosh. You guys, let me know your opinions down below if you think that that voicemail was actually the time of her being murdered or not. What your opinions are about this case in general. Also, along with the evidence of the written note that they found in Faith's apartment, they found a broken bottle of rum, and they collected a semen sample from a semen kit. So from that semen sample that they collected, they came out with a prediction of a sketch of what the perpetrator might look like. So they came out with this in 2016, and they're saying that they predicted his eye color, his hair color, his skin color, the freckling on his face. They did face morphology, and they detected the ancestry of the alleged killer. So there is a $40,000 reward out right now for anybody that knows any information on this case. Please call it in, please. We got to get Faith's family some answers. I feel so bad for this family. My heart is broken for them, completely broken. As a parent, I just couldn't imagine. I could not imagine it. It's not supposed to be that way. You as a parent are not supposed to bury your children. And you guys, let's give them some answers. So if you do know anything, please call the Chapel Hill Crime Stoppers at 919-942-7515. Or you can call the Chapel Hill Police Department at 919-614-6363. And again, please be nice and do not leave any hate comments down below or they will get deleted. Let's just keep it friendly and let's spread awareness. Give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, spread the word on Faith, and let's bring her family some answers. So thank you as always for watching today's video. Y'all are truly amazing people. Be kind out there. You never know what somebody else is going through, and a smile for them, even just a smile, can honestly change somebody's day. So y'all take care. Have a great week, and I will see y'all in my next video.